treated my daughter with 105 fever with belladonna, a known poison. A homeopathic dose brought her fever. In 20 minutes, her fever was down to 100 degrees. So dose matters, and low application of stressful phenomena does stimulate, we can call it the immune system, we can call it the repair system, whatever it is, that however we want to think about it, the body goes into action. It gets revved up, it gets activated.
Yeah, well, like in homeopathy, it's the opposite. It's there you find the yin and yang at work, because if you haven't the yin and not the yang, you have a problem.
Yes.
And vice versa. So it is that mirror image that then can cancel out the disease image in a case like this. So she created that in the dark in certain ways, and then from there on, another door opens and the path to healing can start. Yeah. Now, so that is the second one. That is.
And there are lots of other ways of doing stress. You know, running short bursts. They're saying now, all of the exercise people are saying, you know, slow but steady, you know, is good for you, but short and vigorous is even better. So heat, you know, heat is a temporary fever. You know, Hippocrates, give me a fever and I can cure any disease. I have a fever every day because I go to hot yoga.
Yeah, but there are also various treatments where, even in animals, like certain animals, if they have a problem, they move in the desert to a hotter place to increase their body temperature, to create a fever within their system to heal.
Yeah.
And that's why we have fear. They know it instinctively that they need to increase the temperature.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't.
That's
we
right.
try just the opposite. We try to suppress it.
But you know, if we listen to our bodies, we do know, because if I don't sweat every day, my body feels it and I don't feel good.
Yeah.
So my center, which is La Casa Spa Wellness Center, is based on the 5 elements of healing. Because I do believe that, and heat is fire, of course, earth, water, fire, air, and sky. I think that within these elements we have everything we need to cure ourselves of anything.
That goes since the beginning of time.
Exactly.
Those 5 elements is in every ancient way of healing.
Yeah.
We cannot avoid that. Now, then, what is the third?
The third is that the cancer tumor is bad for you. So the cancer tumor, I know you will be of like mind on this with me. The cancer tumor is not the disease. The cancer tumor is the symptom of an underlying disorder. And in fact, the tumor is a life-saving mechanism.
As a matter of fact, it's the body's way of trying to save you.
Exactly.
Because rather than having those toxins metastasize to the whole system,
exactly,
it wants to keep them in one concentrated area.
Right.
But what do we do in modern life?
Right.
We try to cut out that cancer or whatever else is showing up.
Yeah.
That where the body is trying to speak its language and say, here,
right,
I'm gathering this in this area, so you don't have it all over the body and so on. So that you do something about this to heal the body.
So we've been talking about the body's repair mechanisms, and so the first one, if you go kind of up the evolutionary scale, the first repair mechanism of kind of primitive animals is regeneration. So a salamander grows a new tail, for instance, and we as humans are doing research on that, and we're finding out that I think we're going to be growing new limbs probably within 50 years. That's the way the research is going. But right now we don't have a very high regenerative capacity for a lot of the parts of our body. So when regeneration fails, or when it's not available to the species, then isolation comes in. That's what an oyster does when it creates a pearl. The oyster, a pathogen, a virus, has entered into the oyster, and the oyster isolates it and then sends out, it actually creates a wall within itself, and then that eventually becomes the pearl. And if isolation, so the tumor is actually the body's mechanism for isolation. And if that doesn't work, then it goes to the last resort, which is inflammation. And basically, cancer is almost always a chronic inflammatory state that has, again, the immune system has just died from being exhausted from working so hard.
But basically, all diseases come out of an inflammatory state.
Right.
it's impossible without
Right.
it, because it's like all of a sudden the fire being out of control. And unless we, and it gives us so many, the body gives us so many signals on
Right.
that it is what it is. And like we just mentioned the tumor, and the tumor comes out, but everybody gets scared by the tumor rather than looking at, hey, the body is trying to get it in this particular area. Let's see. Sometimes the person may not have any tumor or anything like that, but yet the best thing to happen for them is to get the tumor,
Right.
because that's where the disease all of a sudden will show itself and actually show you where to get rid of it.
So you're saying that the body talks to us and that we need to pay attention to the body, but so does the psyche. So the psyche also tells us when something is wrong if we pay attention. Our dreams I've had lots of patients have dreams that have predicted what was going to happen to their body.
Mm-hmm,
So that's an interesting area to pursue.
And there are ways of programming this, as a matter of fact, in what you call the psi lambda frequencies, where you can actually reach that and communicate with it. So that's again, it's there. It's always there. I mean, whenever there's a disease, a shaman once told me, if you have a disease in one area, within a mile's radius, you will find a cure for that disease.
Yeah.
And that is so. Nature was built that way.
So my lake, where I'm swimming, because it's summer now, so again, I organize my life around swimming. We have patches of poison ivy, and surrounding the patches of poison ivy are jewelweed. Jewelweed, the oil from the jewel plant, is the antidote to poison ivy.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, oh yeah. Because you're creating a frequency then also in that whole area that creates a state of harmony.
That brings me to one point that I want to be sure to make, which is frequency energy healing. So I now have 3 devices that are frequency devices that scan the body for frequencies. I know you've had my friend, I call him Russian Michael Pithatsi, on, and he's demonstrated his newest one, the matrix decoder, which I also have, and I have the Metatron, which was originally developed in Russia. And I also have something called New Vision. This has to be the wave of the future for disease. We can predict with these devices 5 years ahead what's going to happen. So, for instance, about 8 months ago, I did the Metatron. It said I had a problem with my left lung. I said, oh, that's ridiculous. I feel great. And then I bought the matrix decoder, and Michael was training me on it, and it said I had a problem with my left lung. And I said, that's crazy. And then I put myself on my New Vision, and it said I had a problem with my left lung. And about 4 months ago, I got over bronchitis. I had an allergy attack to my daughter's cat, and it morphed into my lung was weak, and I got bronchitis.
But remember, original man did not need a machine.
I know.
And we still have people that can use the pulses and say everything that the machine is saying, and also do everything that the machine can do.
I know, I'm not one of those people.
So,
I can read people's minds in terms of what they're feeling, because that's my training. Yeah. But in terms of the body, I have to resort to devices and machines.
Yeah, but there are possibilities, because the origin, we had no machines. We had certain spaces on Earth that we could put people and things like that, and have the healing occur.
And maybe that's the wave of the future too.
Yeah,
returning back to that.
Because using machine is still primitive.
Yeah.
Because if we can get the body that it can just elucidate all this by itself, because it's built in there.
Yeah.
Why do we need a machine for?
Yeah, I agree.
Right. So I think we are coming to the end of our program. I want to thank you very much for being with us today.
Oh, it's been fun. Thank you.
I want to thank our viewers for being with us again today. See you next time. NutriPharma wants to welcome you to its state-of-the-art holistic pharmacy, conveniently located at 6 East 46th Street between 5th and Madison Avenue. NutriPharma is unique and represents one of the most comprehensive and advanced nutritionally oriented compounding pharmacies in the United States. In NutriPharma, you will find one of the largest selections of vitamins, minerals, herbal extracts, homeopathic remedies, aromatherapy essences, Ayurvedic formulas, and hard-to-get specialty nutrient supplements. NutriPharma's courteous and professionally trained staff is always ready to answer all your questions.
Whether you need just basic nutrients or advanced formulas, NutriPharma can fulfill all your needs. Visit NutriPharma today and enjoy one-stop shopping for all your supplements. Or call NutriPharma today at 212-983-8291.